Jain Dosto, I am Gargi Rai and I am back with another video on reading comprehension. Today also we are going to solve a previous year question. So without wasting time, let's just move further and just try solving it. So this is the passage for today. Before starting to solve it, we first of all need to understand these two very important lines that are written above the passage. It says you need to read the passage carefully and answer the question that follows. Then second line says that your answer should be based on passage only. So I'm telling you repeatedly on daily basis that you should read your passage very carefully. You should not miss any of the information. Plus, whatever you are giving the answer, it should entirely be based on the information that is given in the passage and not on any other information that you have acquired on your own before reading the passage. Okay, so let's start reading it now. With steady economic growth, higher literacy, and increasing skill levels, the number of Indian middle class families has gone up exponentially. Direct result of affluence has been changes in dietary pattern and energy consumption levels. People have moved to a higher protein based diet like milk products, fish, and meat, all of which need significantly more water to produce than cereal based diets. Increasing use of electronic and electric machines, gadgets, and motor vehicles need more energy, and generation of energy needs water. So, this was the passage. Quite simple, quite easy to read and understand, very lucid language. Now, let's just see what the question says. Which of the statement best reflects the crux of the passage? Now, today we have a new directive, that is the crux. Now what does the crux, what does this particular directive mean? So crux basically is nothing but it is the main idea, or the it is actually the main idea upon which the entire passage is based upon. So we should if anybody is asking you to tell the crux, then you need to tell what was the main thing that the passage was trying to convey. Okay, so it is different from what we were doing ahead. Like we were talking about message, we were talking about assumption. Okay, so the crux is the moral of the story types. Okay, when we read the stories, we in the end we write the moral of the story. So this is something like that, the crux. Okay, so let's just read the options now. It is people should be persuaded to continue with the mainly Indian traditional cereal based diet. Okay, now you have to find these statements in this passage in order to find the authentication of it. Okay, B says India needs to focus on developing agricultural productivity and capacity for more energy generation in coming years. C is modern technological developments result in the change of cultural and social behavior of the people. And D is water management practices in India needs to change dramatically in coming years. Okay, now let's see which of these options is correct. So the first one is saying that people should be persuaded to continue with mainly Indian traditional cereal based diet. So here in this passage, we nowhere read that people should be persuaded. However, we are being told that the result of affluence, or when people become comparatively richer and they have higher income, they tend to change their dietary patterns and energy consumption level. So here it is written that they have moved to protein based diet like milk products, fish, and meat, but there is nowhere written that they should be persuaded, or any of the language in the passage is not showing that they should be persuaded. So we can strike this off. So this can be striked off, because this is not comparatively a correct option. Activity and capacity for more energy generation in coming years. So here in this particular passage, though we are being told about the dietary habits and energy consumption, but there is nowhere written about increasing the agricultural productivity and capacity. Okay, so because it is only talking about the consumption. okay, not the generation or production. So we can also strike this one out because it is not very relevant for this particular passage. Now next one is modern technological developments result in change of cultural and social behavior of people. So here they've written modern technological development, but this passage is actually talking about the steady economic growth, higher literacy, and increased skill level. So there they are not talking about the modern technological development. However, this technological development is happening as a result of this higher, economic growth. So this option can also be striked off, that this is not very correct. Now let's read the last one. It says water management practices in India needs to change dramatically in coming year. So this one about the water, the increase, the water management practices, if you read here in this particular line, that people have moved to higher protein based diet like milk products, fish and meat, all of which need significantly more water to produce than cereal based diet. Then increasing use of electronics and electric machine, gadgets and motor vehicles need more and more energy, and generation of energy needs water. Okay, so here it is written that more water would be used in future. So therefore they are saying that water management practices in India needs to change dramatically in coming year. So this can be a correct one. So the crux of this passage is that that though we are moving towards a steady increase in economic growth, higher literacy level is there, the skills of the people are improving, which is leading to increased income and increased productivity of the people. And there is also technological development happening, where people are using more electronics and electric machines and gadgets and motor vehicles. So all this actually is needing a lot of energy, and energy is driven from water also. And again, then the dietary pattern which is changing, it is changing, and whatever the diet the people has moved on to, they are asking for more protein based diet, which requires more water to be produced. Okay, so therefore the water management is becoming important, and India needs to concentrate on that also. Fine, so this is what this passage is pointing towards, and our answer, the crux of this passage is the water management practices in India needs to change dramatically in coming years. Okay, I hope this passage has been helpful in understanding yet another directive. I will meet you guys again with a new directive and a new passage for practice. Till then, keep practicing, keep yourself engaged in reading something very good, and improve your reading skills. If you have any more queries, do post them down as the comment in the comment section below. Thank you so much for joining in. Have a good day and all the best for your preparation.